name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Set up. 60 outlaw.
Let's go, let's go.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go. 10. Ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They're running it. 45, Mike, 45. Watch the curl.
Big grip.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Mike 54.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Back to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
We got four.
On the counter, here's Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Right there, 54.
They'll drop the throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have to say a more sure. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
On the double.
Lights 59. 3 bud.
X3. 218. Chop it.
Check. Press down.
Get it ready.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Smooth.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. Open man is Higgins. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Squeeze. Get it.
On second down, Armstead. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Third down, it's Armstead. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Raquel Armstead, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Go now. 8-3.
And the Saints first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball's out.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, with the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Bravo!
On first down, Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Daniels. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Check that.
Back to throw. Daniels. There goes a deep ball in zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sue! General West!
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll look to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now back to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A run here with Armstead. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on third down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 50, plant. And watch that, and watch the ball. Check. Back. Leo. Greystone, Travis.
Looking to throw. Daniels airing it out, looking for Ridley. He's got a man, complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the pass. 45.
2nd and 10. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Sidney Jones, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You. Hey, switch gears. Shift. Begin.
5.
Now Armstead. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the same 17-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separate.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people would think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
54 Mike.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it hit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. You got to get the ball.
Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right there, 54.
Hey, let go.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
61, matchbox, light.
Stick guy. Check stick guy. 25, check 25, check 25.
Hard.
1-3.
They'll give it back to Armstead. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A give running right is Armstead. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You got that right there.
2nd and 4. This one caught by Ridley. That one good for 20 on a catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run on 1st down. Bellamy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They'll keep it on the ground. Bellamy. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Raquel Armstead with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Point after, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again. And now it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Hey, Charlie.
They'll look to throw here. For the catch made by Johnson. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Rock it.
Check hot route.
Big ripper.
This is Armstead on the carry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Go. Check your hot read. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Alert 3. Show it.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 26. Watch it.
Looking to throw. Daniels airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put and my goodness, another interception. It's Desmond Trufant. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too... And now here is another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Hey.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Save.
Topper.
On first and 10, Daniels. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Throwing on first down, Daniels. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Check it back.
Running it with Armstead. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Raquel Armstead taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there. Good for a Saints first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. And now here's another interception. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. Thomas, the intended target. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Brings up second and 8 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, high 7.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Leo.
Off play action. Daniels able to get away. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third and 8. Back to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Let's go. 50, plant. 2-jet bomber.
At the 44-yard line.
Shift. Check. Watch twins.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Von Bell. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Hard, hard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Great. Hey, box drop, box drop. Mike 54.
Get the ball. Mike 54. Mike 54.
I'm trying to collect.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
30 base.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Now watch one.
Be grim.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Smith.
Check Mike 54.
Yes.
Hey, they're scared. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go one more. Right there. 54. Right there.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go.
Let's go now.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the flag.
Greystone, Travis. Hey, team 6. 10.
Watch the edge. Kill.
Hey, lock it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get up.
You're out.
Watch twist.
Fair.
Check. Press up.
Now.
Looking to throw. Daniels. He's going to fire one deep over. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air.
61, matchbox lights.
Safety creep. Bang.
Look, squeeze. Rock it.
Check 50.
Back to throw. Daniels. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexicans, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'ma praise those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, rest, man.